live already? I thought I took a damn picture. Okay. Yeah. I was watching this video on TikTok, not TikTok, Instagram, and I like these young black, some of these young black teachers, and so he, I guess he was the history teacher for I think it was kindergartners.
Uh-huh.
So he had pictures of like Harriet Tubman,
Oh, exactly. Who is this?
and they were
You
asking
know.
him who this and who that. They said we don't know. He said who this is? And it's like the older. I think the older woman was Marlo, not Marlo. What what's her name? Angela. Angela. What's the first name?
My
Myra. No, not her. The other writer, Toni Morrison. I think it was. Because I know somebody that had white hair. Somebody said we don't know how it is. Somebody said Grandma.
Oh, no.
It is so cute. I loved it. That.
They don't know. They don't know. They don't teach it, so they don't
No,
know.
he's teaching them.
Oh.
So he just asked them who it is, and then he like, for them to get the faces and stuff together, and it was so cute. And he said, "This is Barack Obama." How they try to pronounce it was hilarious.
Oh.
And then you already talk about Martin Luther King. Martin Luther Queen! Them kids are funny.
They sure is.
Kids are
They
hilarious.
say the first thing coming in.
Yeah, and he said like he said like he is such a good teacher, because he was just having fun with them. They was having fun with him, and that's how you can teach though. Have fun, and then they so they was getting it, but they was getting it together though.
I know that's right. I'm trying to pull it both up in here. I think that's gonna work.
Hey, sassy baby, what's going on? What's up, honey bunny? Mm-mm-mm. I want some more people to come through here. I want some peeps, people of color. Anybody can come in, but of course anybody can come in, but I got a couple. I want to see how
Let's see this.
some of folks feeling. Tell her I say hi. I just love your daughter, especially you said when that video.
What's
when
up,
she,
Sassy?
when she did that video, I just fell in love with her. She is a hoot. Tell her she need to come in there and make videos with you. You understand? Tell her to come in there and make some videos with her mama. Tell her to show that face. Well, can't tell her to show her face because her mama barely show her face. So, just be in the video.
Be in the loop. Be in the loop.
Because she is hilarious. Hey, bud.
Put this on you for a minute while I go and get my.
All right, man. Where you going, shopping? Gonna spend a couple dollars. I wanted me some raisin bread. Not raisin bread. Raisin pudding. That's how these Jamaicans make it. Pudding. What do you call it? Pudding. Raisin pudding. Raisin pudding, whatever you want to call it. Then I got me. I ain't go to the store in a while. I bought me some peas, some stewed chicken and peas and rice. Some salad. Have that when I get hungry. See how that's working for me. I don't feel like cooking. I'm not in the mood. No cooking for me. All right. Are you buying her something? She's buying you something? What's up? What's up? Or you're buying each other something? Let me tell you something. I still shop for my kids. Like, if I'm going shopping and I see clothes, my kids grown, but they still the same way. I give them some stuff, they be looking like, I don't want that. I said, see, that's why I don't buy you nothing. That's why I keep my receipts. I'll tell you the truth, they can't shop for me either. They sure can't. Shoot, when they was 14, they didn't want me to shop for them no more. I like these things. My sister buy these people cinnamon, whatever. She like these things. I don't like them. I think they're too hard. I think they're supposed to be a little softer than this.
Hey, Boss News. Hey, Joshua.
Yeah, I think they're supposed to be a little softer than that.
What? This?
Yeah, those cinnamon things.
I mean, it's not that hard when you start doing it. Don't forget the thumbs up, people. Don't forget the thumbs up.
Thumbs up the live.
Thumbs up the live. Thumbs up the live. Let's talk about it. Let's talk
you eat
about
some of
it.
that rice and peas?
Yeah.
I tell you. I told you, I didn't want to be buried with a whole bunch of sauce. That's what I said.
Well, I ain't take none with the sauce on it. That part.
I like it when it's dry. Then I know it's good.
Don't taste bad though. This is beanie rice looking.
Huh?
I said this is beanie rice looking before it was just
Right.
rice.
I like the color.
Well, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. We ain't gonna be on here forever.
Y'all got something y'all want to talk about before we get started? Anything? One thing? Anything? My sinuses are acting up, but they're getting better.
Let's just get into it. They can always come back and take a look. I don't wait for people to
Listen. I've been listening to some people, right? And some people feel like, okay, Trump was he wants something to, I think it was, what was that?
Talk about
Segregation and I think, some kind of contracts, whatever the hell.
Mm-hmm.
And some folks was talking about like, they said, I wouldn't mind if segregation come through here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, please. We can't even, we don't even hardly get along and you're talking about segregation. Now what? I didn't make me a movie.
I think somebody else was talking about that before.
I didn't make a movie about that. You imagine that. See, if segregation will come back, it's going to be segregation on top of segregation. Because there's going to be a whole lot of black people segregation from other blacks. And that's a fact. Because I know I will. Because there's certain ones I'm not even going to deal with.
My opinion is, I think it's already here, really. When you really look at it.
Huh?
I think we're already segregated.
No.
You know,
no, it's like covered. It's covered up. But you know, like
not really so much, because even when you look at neighborhoods, you got this in that neighborhood, part of the neighborhood, you got that in that part of the neighborhood. You know, ethnic groups. When it comes down to African American, we kind of segregated anyway. You know, I think it's kind of like already here, but we just don't pay attention to it. You know,
I know what you're talking about. You're talking about certain neighborhoods and whatnot.
Certain neighborhoods, yeah.
Let me tell you why. Why it's like that. Okay, like around here in the and there's a Jewish community over there on Crown Heights. They got that sold down. You can say that's segregated? When you
Yeah,
say
it
that?
is. It is.
Because you don't see me. But they got blacks that live in there. Field will sprinkle around, though. You
Well,
understand?
same thing in the Sikh community. But since what?
No, this is majority black.
Exactly.
But now they're trying to, what you call it?
Celebrate with a few whites.
They're bringing them in here.
But that was happening when, what was that? 9/11 or was it one of them hurricanes when they started moving out of there, and they say that
In Manhattan.
they could see that in Brooklyn they could save more money.
Exactly.
So that's why a lot of them started coming here in these
see,
neighborhoods.
See, but that money is not, the rent is not cheaper in Brooklyn. It may be once upon a time ago, but not no more. Because all these buildings that the high rises they putting up, please, you can afford to move there. 2 bedrooms cost you about $5,000. See, the difference between them and people of color and whatnot, people of color don't like everybody in their house. You understand? And we don't. So they may have like, okay, they may come in with roommates, about 5 of them. Each of them pay $1,000 a piece and whatnot. Ain't too many people of color.
They don't stay long.
Shit. No, they don't. They're in and out though. Mm-hmm. They used to do that in this building. You have students. They used to come in and out. Somebody move in, somebody move out.
I think things are still segregated. You know, and I think that's just the way it's going to always be. I think we just overlook it because we can go to another community and blend in a little bit, have a little sprinkle there, a little sprinkle there. But to me, segregation is not as bad where it's like more like a race war. Oh, those blacks like back in the day like that. That would never happen again, that's for sure.
Well, honey,
but as for being, you know, different same ethnic groups together or similar, I think it's going on now. To tell you the truth. I do. I think it's going on now. You know, you try to get in a certain community. They look at your application. That's why, and they're not supposed to, but they do.
Of course.
If you say you black,
they look at your last name.
They put you like, you know.
Because like sometimes when I used to fill an application, I never filled out by race. I left it alone. Mm-hmm. And soon
they go by your last name.
And soon after I leave, and then I see the application again, they fill it in. They got some nerve.
Mm-hmm. How you know?
Because I've seen it happen before. Because I did it. And then I see my application again. I see they put it in there. Mm-mm. Like, you can do that.
Well, because some people got too.
Or you can put in other. They'll put in black.
Or, you know, sometimes too, they do it for, like, say you go into a building, one black person leave out, they want another black person in. A white person leave out, they want another white person in. But they want to keep it not all one race. They want to keep it blended.
Blended.
Mm-hmm.
You think so?
Yep. I think they do that too.
Like one of my co-workers, she was black and her last name was Goldberg. Goldberg, remember her? Mm-hmm. Listen, her name was Goldberg. Mm-hmm. And like the position that she got, somebody asked her, if your name was anything else but Goldberg, she said, do you think you would have got it? She said, nope. Mm-hmm. Because of her last name, and they called her in. And
she was black?
Yep.
Well,
they
gave her that job. They have to give it to her, though.
No, it was like, I don't know. But she got it because of her last name, though.
Mm-hmm. Most Goldberg, so it's like Jewish, I guess.
Exactly. It's crazy, but it's what it is. Hey, Jill. Jill, I had a nice time on your channel, but I had to leave. I was enjoying that. Jill on her channel today, she was talking about moms and pop stores, how they all going now out of the neighborhood and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. She's like she's saying, like, in other words, like, where do people of color at now? You understand? Them stores and whatnot. All that's gone.
That's gone.
Forever.
Mm-hmm. I remember little mom and pop stores.
Hey, pre-retirement.
Them things have been going since
what?
The early 80s.
The 80s, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, the 80s and whatnot.
And that's because back then, they had nobody to carry on nothing for them. Because the kids...
I'll be back again. I just love them kind of conversations, Jill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they are. See, you know what took them out really is rent. It was rent. It was rent. And it's just like I don't know. You know Lloyd's Bakery, right? Cause that's my favorite cake store. And I'll be up there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be up over there, honey. I used to go up there and get me a good, nice piece of sliced cake. They closed that down. They There's some builders in there. They came in there. What you call them companies?
Developers.
Developers came in there and just took it. I seen it. Had the doors like they was trying to hold it. They was trying to hold it. They were trying to get the money up, but it did not work. And you know buildings going up in there. I used to love Maxwell too, but Maxwell came back and went up, but it wasn't good. But I don't know if that was the original Maxwell. I think his kids or something like that took over, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But it was in right at the original one. I used to love Maxwell. That used to be the bomb. So that's why when Maxwell closed, I went to Lloyd's. Now, I think Maxwell's still open.
I don't think I'll be seeing stuff on the
Yeah, they
internet
did.
where it's all the same picture. So I think that's an old picture.
What?
Miss Maxwell reopening. I think that's the last time she tried to reopen and didn't work.
That was an original Miss. There was an original because they had some young people working in there.
Mm-mm.
So they must have gave it to the young folks, but it's not the same. It's not the same. Shoot. But back to the moms and pop stores. Now listen. I want people that follow me. I want you to know I have nothing against people of different colors and whatnot. When I'm talking about like what's going on with folks that dislike us, because I'm sure if y'all didn't like us, y'all wouldn't be here. Trust me. I know it's the truth. I haven't been there in years. Oh, okay. Dad, this picture look crooked.
It ain't crooked. That's probably from the phone.
I don't know. Oh, okay. A little bit more.
Yeah, but don't forget the thumbs up, guys. Don't forget the thumbs up.
See, when the people come and got something that's thrusting and they making a lot of money, always gonna be something come in there and it's always gonna be something that come in there and gonna drag them down. It's just
You say with the rents back then? But I mean,
it was the rents. It was the rent. Like, okay, if it's something good, it's just like now. I know racism is the worst.
But I think
people coming. They gotta wake up. They gotta wake up. They gotta wake up. Hey, boss lady Denise.
It could have been. It could have been the rent back then. And then too, like I said,
What was the rent? I remember the stores we used to go to. I'm like, what happened? They would say, oh, the rent and whatnot. They can't afford to move in there. And then what happens? After they close them up, then they open up another candy store. Think about it. Think about it. That's what they do.
I don't remember no others. Like, I'm thinking about, like, back in the day, how Roy and them used to have the burger store.
Yeah.
He lasted quite a while. It took some years for him to move. I think he retired out. And Mr. Lucky his little fruit stand.
Well, his probably went out course of lack of customers. Excuse me, y'all. Ooh, damn. Excuse me. Ooh.
Bring it up. Yeah. Yeah. So, the mom and pop shops. You don't see that many mom and pop shops. Hey, Molly Sanders. Take the word faith if you want to drop your link.
Sorry about that. My sinuses are really kicking me in my behind, y'all. They clearing up and then like it's just like I want the mucus to
I'm
go.
doing fine, Marlene.
Now, I'm gonna tell you the truth. It's hard for me to talk about, hey Josh, talk about this situation because I don't want to insult anybody, and I don't want you two to bring me down either. You understand? So it's kind of. I'm trying to, I'm trying to be, trying to be right about the situation. I don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, but it's what it is.
I just think segregation is all over with a lot of different races. Some races just want to live within their own.
Now I'm gonna tell you this story I've been watching. I've been. Let me tell you. Let me see. What's his name? What's the good one who ran the Tuskegee College? What his name? Come on, you help me. What's his name?
I forgot his
What's his
name.
name? Booker T. Washington.
Mm-hmm.
Now listen, things I didn't know this here. Booker T. Washington, he ran this here college and whatnot, so he had the black adults and whatnot, because like he looking and he's seeing what's going on. So what he was teaching the people of color, the men and whatnot, like the skills like you already know, and that was in building.
It started out with him hiring people to getting them jobs, and when they started teaching them how to get jobs.
That comes in with what I'm saying.
But that's how he built the school in order for them to start,
No, he helped. No, he helped. He needed another part of the building to be built. And he said,
right.
So he got, okay, I didn't get to that part yet. Oh. You cutting all in my story.
Oh, boy.
She cut in.
You taking too long, Dad.
No, it's what it is. I want him to get this in. You made me forget where I'm at. Where was I?
You were talking about...
He got the young men and their skills, and that was in buildings, right? So in other words, like they said, like he taught them well with things they already knew. They said like they said like these rich, the rich folks and whatnot, they need something built, and so they go to these other contractors of a different race, and they ask them like, how long you think this is gonna be built? They say 12 months, and so then they heard about Tuskegee and 6 months, and they do it. So they took them and been built up beautifully and whatnot. So they seen their works and all that stuff and whatnot. Now,
you still didn't tell that story right, but all right.
What? I am telling right. That's how it started out. How it went. It's how it went. That's how. In other words, I'm saying that's how people he
tried to educate, teach people of color
with things they already knew.
Right.
And he taught them like pig farmers and what you call it, people that work in the fields, what you call them, that do all the big property and all that stuff, farmers and whatnot, teach them stuff they already knew. And so then here come what's his name,
W.E.B. Du Bois.
Yes. He come through and he started talking about y'all don't need all that stuff and whatnot, and he started talking about this intellectual stuff. Y'all need to know this and knew that, and all that. Now listen to the stuff I'm trying to get y'all to understand. This is what happened. So then, the people of color, they stopped their business and they went on the other side. They started listening to W. Boss, what he was talking about and whatnot. And they stopped doing their business and just trying to get intellectual and lost their business. And guess who picked it up? They stole their business. So in other words, let me tell you something. I need to drop this video that this girl was telling the story. It was crazy.
Pretty much it's like the
So anyway, what I'm saying is when we build,
like Black Wall Street,
right?
When we build something, start catching up or going over other groups and whatnot,
right?
And
Jealousy.
They don't like it,
They get jealous, and they try to bring you down. Like look at these singers. Like you can say that down to Diddy and all of them. The stuff they've been doing, they're probably doing for years, and everybody probably knew about it, but then you get too big for them. So now they're going to bring you down to shit. and make sure you have nothing. Bring you down, your name and all that stuff. So people of color, anytime there's a leader that comes up, why they always be smoked out? Man, people, you gotta. I mean,
because people of color,
they don't want nobody to. They don't want no leaders because they know people of color is a strong nation. Really, we are, and we all can pull together and be one. Now we can all can pull together and be one and be strong as a nation. You know how bad we'll be because we already that, and they know that. It's number of facts.
That's because number one, a lot of them don't educate themselves. They want it quick and fast, and if they can get it quick and fast without having to work for it, that's what they go for. So they put somebody else in charge of their livelihood. So when you put somebody in charge of your livelihood because of fame and money, that's what's going to happen.
They tore down so many of our leaders. It don't make no sense.
You have to know how to get what you can get and own it, and that's just it. That's the main key is owning your own stuff. Own your copyrights. Own your house.
Yeah, but they doing that. They doing that now.
Yeah, they doing it now. But far as get up there and see, you have to also too take the scenario of people that's coming out the ghetto that ain't used to nothing, and then when they get it, they get crazy with it. So instead of them, and a lot of them are uneducated, so they let somebody else. They show them a brick of money, give them sign away their life on the contract, and because they're ignorance, well, really, most of the time they use the lawyers and stuff from the industry, which you should never do, and that's what they fought. That's what they tumble at. We're not business minded. You gotta be business minded. You gotta be smart. That's why you have some that have their masters from their music. That's why I like Master P. He was always about his business,
See, but a lot of them didn't know, and then when they did know, they thought they can really buy them out, but they don't. But they wouldn't let them. And some of them before they do it, they'll smoke them.
And it comes to parenting too. You let your kids get out there because you thinking about the money, so you put your child in anybody's daggone hand, for the fame and for the this. Hey, my child ain't going nowhere. If it takes all that. They just need to do it, go up the rough side of the mountain. They'll get there, but it's going to take a little longer. If you can get them there in 6 months, of course they're going to go there for.
But I think a lot of them are doing that now.
Hey, Grandma Lynn, what's going on?
Hey, Grandma Lynn. I think a lot of them doing that now.
We just talking about this and talking about that. We talking about what happened to mom and pop shops.
Because
segregation.
I know a lot of people feel bad that they voted for number 45-47 now.
I don't think it make a difference. I think he's gonna get back in there anyway. And I say that for the simple fact that
they stole votes.
I have never, not even that, I have never seen a candidacy like this in my life, and I'm in my daggone 60s. That all this here junk went down, and you still get in.
Exactly. He
supposed to be arrested. First time in life.
He supposed to be arrested. He supposed to be in jail, but this man, he running the country. But he want to lock up.
That's why I say I let them devils go ahead and fight each other.
Mm-hmm.
I'm covered under the blood of Jesus, and that's all I care about. Let them devils fight against each other, and that's it.
Exactly. But I tell you one thing, people of God, you don't have to worry about it because you're gonna be all right.
That's the truth.
Because you already covered it. So no matter what he tried to do, it ain't gonna work. So you don't have to worry about that. You are shield. You got the shield wrapped around you. You are covered. You safe.
Exactly. I can't really get into politics. I never did. Because even with the news, I just can't get into a whole bunch of it. The news taught me that that's what keeps them going. It's bullshit.
Exactly.
So they're gonna give you the most devastating, raggiest stuff.
Exactly.
To keep you focused.
Make your nerves bad. I got a girlfriend right now. She watches the news so much. And she said she can't stop watching it. She make her nerves bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when I used to watch the news every day, all that stuff, it used to make me so nervous. I mean, like, it was uncontrollable. And I'm so glad that I stopped that.
Man, I don't even watch the news. To tell you the truth, people be asking me this, that, and other. I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't have a
I don't
clue.
know. I'll listen. Like,
I don't
tell
know.
me. Sometimes I may run up on some stuff. If I find it interesting, I
Take
will
care,
read it.
Marlene.
I'll read it. But otherwise, no. No, I ain't doing all that there.
Yeah, I ain't got time for that.
I'm not worried about that there.
Moving on.
It's like,
Let's talk
like I
about
say,
it.
like, throw your best shot.
You know the
45.
video out there that they be talking about tithe and offering. I'm quite sure a lot of people
Yes.
think that.
Now we're gonna talk about. First of all, let me ask y'all people first. Do y'all believe in tithing and offering?
Do you believe in tithe and offerings? I do.
I believe in tithing and offering.
And mind you, your tithes and your offering do not have to be monetary all the time. You don't have to be
Yeah,
monetary.
you can help out in church.
You can do that. You can help out. It's all about service. It's all about being a servant. If you got that neighbor next door, that elderly neighbor that need her some help every now and again,
You can help.
that's
out.
your service.
That's right. You
That's your
definitely be
service.
blessed with
And it
that.
don't have to be shown in front of man. You better care about what's being shown in front of God.
Exactly.
And that's
A lot of people, they be looking at their pastor different, like he God. He's just the shepherd of the house.
He's just a messenger.
A messenger. That's it. He's not God. Some people, they just do too much.
They
calm it down.
put him on a pedestal.
They put him on a
But,
pedestal. Yeah, exactly.
This particular victim video, or
Yeah.
that we seen, which I'm quite sure everybody else done seen, is all over YouTube.
I'm sure everybody's seen that video. The pastor that wanted just $40,000. Close the doors.
Well, 40. What the members gave $40,000 that night.
See, me personally, I would have got up and I would have left. And they told me, he said, I said, excuse me, open this door.
Mm-hmm.
I would have left. Because I look at these days and times, these pastors and whatnot, they also got to think about their people too. Because he asked like $1,000 for each member. Hold it, he said, did he say something about $1,000? But the pastors them on the pulpit and whatnot, he said 100. I think I don't want to lie on nobody now.
Just have to watch the video for yourself.
I think I heard $1,000 something.
All right, Joshua.
I know I heard $1,000 something.
But first of all, in the book of Malachi, it talk about the tithe, about the tenth. We all know that. You know.
Excuse me.
Ooh, your tithe, your tenth. Back then, it used to be maybe animals and goats and all that type of stuff like that there. Now we moving up to a whole nother century where we you give from your heart if you choose. I understand keeping the doors open. However, I don't believe in financing their lifestyle. Exactly. I agree with that 110%. And see, a lot of people, that's what they go on. It's not like, you need all that for what? You need all that for what? You could be in a paid for church. Okay, you got a little church staff, this, that, and other. Sunday to Sunday, that they could take care of that with the offering and whatnot. Or sometimes they may have to ask for a little bit more just to keep the flow, keep the lights on. Some people cook. Have stoves in their kitchens, especially the Baptist churches. So I can stand like a little something, something. But some things is just ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. You can't ask me for $40K and you wearing a Rolex and I'm wearing a Timex. There's a difference between a Timex and a Rolex. So that's crazy to me. You can't ask me for $40K and I'm sitting here, trying to figure out how to pay my daggone bills, and you telling me, well, just give and the Lord going to bless you. The Lord blessed me when I woke up that morning.
Exactly.
Let's get that straight.
Excuse me.
If a person gave a penny or somebody gave $100, that's their business. I'm still blessed for giving my penny.
So you
because
said,
I'm giving it from the heart.
So you said back in days they gave birds and stuff like that, right?
Yeah.
So if I buy a pack of chicken and bring it to the altar, everything be all right.
Well, if you want to feed the hungry.
Hmm.
How much did Jesus charge Lazarus after he brought him back to life? Nothing.
Nothing.
And that's another thing. we supposed to. He told them his the disciples to go out and just take nothing with them. Take nothing with them. That the Lord will provide by people them going out to preach. People be nice to them. You know, come get some water. Come get something to eat. You know, God made sure they were taken care of. He ain't say by, you know, pull up in a Rolls Royce or a Bentley and all this type of carrying on.
Have a big old entourage.
A big old entourage and all this. It was Jesus by himself.
Come on.
You know, I think, in my opinion, I just think it's too. People are getting away from God and doing a lot of stuff man-made and for their own gain. You know, and that's turning the people of God, or since the sinner, they don't want to come. Because the first thing, what they do, the first thing they say, I ain't supporting your pastor. You know. I want to hear from the Lord before I give obedience. Exactly. They just he wanted $20 from 1,000 people online. 1,000 people. You know what we're talking about. He wanted $20 from 1,000 people online, which he did. 1,000 people in the church, and 100 from the elders on the stage.
Okay.
So 40K.
I know I heard 1,000 somewhere.
Ain't no way. Ain't no way. And then not only you can't lock people in. It's like putting a gun to a person's head. Tell you the truth. Putting a gun to a person's head, and that's stick up with without a gun.
See, and the thing is,
that's crazy.
A lot of these pastors, they gotta stop doing. You can't be doing everything. They got cameras everywhere, and some people they just take it so wrong. And then they would say
even if he did needed it, it's not what you do, it's how you do it.
That's what I'm saying.
If you do it more humbly. If you got did I freeze? Did she make me freeze?
Yep.
No. If say if you did need it, or if they did need it, it's a way to help to let people know that you need to fundraise or whatever case may be. It's a way to do it. I think that was harsh. You know, a harsh way of doing things. I think it's kind of like bullying in a sense. You know, like ain't nobody going nowhere till y'all give it up.
That was so bad.
You know?
It was bad. Who that?
Man. So,
it's so bad.
True. Let folks know if there's a need. Explain it respectfully. Exactly. You know?
Exactly.
And then just take it from there. You just can't bully people into their giving. You know, hey, that was just crazy. That was crazy. So I don't know how he gonna talk himself out of that one, or do he really care?
He gotta care. If you don't care, it's not gonna be good.
Yep.
He gotta come back to that. He got to.
Yep. But what was the need so bad that I don't know. Anyway, we gonna pray for him that he comes back on and just clean it up.
Somebody said he had a Rolex on. You know that? They said he asked for this money. He got a Rolex. I don't know.
Have Rolexes, so that, you know, you just can't. You know, come on. We know the lavish lives behind that they live behind that. So, sell 1 or 2 of your cars. How about that? That might be the 40 grand right there. You know, I don't like, you know, when they take from those, they'll take what you got, and then when you need, we'll pray for you.
Exactly. That's the part I don't like.
That's a note on me.
That's the part I don't like. Don't pray for me. Especially if I'm an active tithe offer, and I need some help. I need like a rent paid for a month or something like that. You can't do that for me.
Yep.
I ain't talking about people to go in there and pay tithes and offer one time and think you're gonna come up in there. No. No.
Mm-hmm.
You've been there for years, and then you ask.
It's just crazy. This is just a way. It's a way to do things.
Mm-hmm.
But we gonna keep him in prayer, y'all. You know, hopefully he'll think. I'm quite sure he thought about it because everybody talking about it.
Mm-hmm. What? It looks, and they make him look bad too.
They do.
And nothing about how they got it going on is looking good. It looks bad. Like this little pouch.
No. Yep. So what do you guys want to talk about?
Anything else you guys want to talk
any
about?
news
Hey,
that you
Lies
guys
Pride,
wanna
my
talk about?
darling.
Anything? I done came over here. She got my sinuses messing with me now.
Your sinus, if it messes with you, they've been messed up. I don't think you catch sinuses.
No, she got cat pink in here.
I mean, cat been around here. Cat ain't in here.
When the weather changed.
You know, they say the weather, but it's definitely different.
Well, it definitely.
It is. I went outside. I felt my wig, the heat from the wig. I felt the heat from my boots. I felt the heat from the coat I had on. I had to come in and just change up everything. It was hot out there. It was like, oh my God, it was too much.
Just a dang mess.
It was too much.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel I had to cut everything loose. I had to take them clothes off. I'm like,
What's going on, Grandma Lynn? What's going on? I be over here. I don't go like well.
Look like I got. Let me tell you something. I got down so slim this winter. Every time it always happened.
She lying.
I am not lying. I slimmed down so nice this winter. And then I just got hungry. Well, it's messing up my sinuses, Lies Pride.
If you hungry, just eat.
It's just crazy. No, I did. I was thinner. I felt the thinness all through me. Now it's just like. But that's what happens in the wintertime. I lose as soon as the weather starts changing and start getting warmer. I get
warm
heavy.
for one day.
Well, I start gaining weight. I started gaining weight about a month ago. Don't tell me about my body. I know how it was.
She be lying.
She lying. I know what it is. I look like a bigger. I look like, what's that thing from Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice, you know that person? The one his head shrink and he got this big body. That's how I look like to me. Like him. Oh my goodness. It must be just that camera. Lord have mercy. I can put me a better damn.
Exactly.
What happened?
Over 50 said, I gain and lose. We all do.
But I expect it to be real bony looking.
My thing is, be happy in the skin that you're in. If
Man,
you're big, you're big. If you're small,
No, I'm not going to be happy being real big. I'm not.
You act like you a ton.
I'm a ton enough.
Sheesh. Hey, Lies Pride. Ran over to say, hey,
Thank you,
Deborah, how you doing? She knows she over here telling lies again.
This girl always tells my. She is the biggest liar teller. She tells all the stories.
So what's going on, people? What's going on? What's going on?
I think my son is really acting more. See, I ate some ice cream, and ice cream brings on more mucus than milk. And I shouldn't have did that, but I did.
Thanks for the thumbs up.
Is there no double check?
You'll add it again, always.
Who said that? Lies Pride? She be dying laughing. I mean, like Lies Pride. She's a pain in the behind, you know?
Yep. So.
See, you know, it's like, what do you call it? Water and fire. She is water and I am fire.
Oh, please.
You want to be fire? See what I mean? See, look at that. You know, just shake it, shake. Something wrong with her. See, everything I say is all gotta be. See, she want to be the opposite of what I say. She want to be the opposite of what I said. I said she's water and I'm fire, and she's running her mouth. Okay, you fire, I'm water.
You trying to put me in hell?
See what I mean?
Yep.
Some people just can't help.
Let me see what else is going on. You
Yeah,
want
she
to talk
said
about
listen.
your date or no?
No, why? I got a whole big video.
Oh.
But there's another guy I am gonna check out. Seems like a gentleman. I'm gonna check him out. I'm gonna check him out.
Oh, Lord.
Shoot.
Yep, we just up here just running our mouths a little bit. How long we been up here? Ain't even been an hour.
Almost.
I just been running my videos and just uploading. To tell you the truth, I pop on every once in a while. Not as much as I used to. Making banana cake bread later today. Made a loaf of fresh bread
A loaf of fresh bread.
and rolls last night. Okay,
Who had that?
over 50.
She had fresh rolls.
Banana bread,
Well,
banana,
I'll say
making banana bread today. Made a loaf of fresh bread. And
No, I
rolls
read what
last
you.
night.
I read what you. I know what you already said.
I know that.
A lot of them probably thought that I said it.
I'm starting back to eat bread.
I stopped eating bread for years, and that's when I started eating bread this winter.
Kind of bready.
And that's at the end, and that's what got me back, kind of blown up. But I think it's more the camera, because I don't look this big, honey. I look too juicy.
Yeah.
I ain't that juicy.
Sure do.
I'm going to the casino in a couple weeks, y'all. I'm going to Baltimore, and I am going to win $100,000. So don't put it out there in the atmosphere. If any more comes with that, I will take that. I will take that. But I am going to live, and I'm going to.
No.
What I like about over there, they have live
We're doing a
people.
road trip.
We're going on a road trip. I like to play cards, and I like when they
I'll be
I like the whole cards.
videotaping. While she be in casinos, I don't know what I'll be doing.
Exactly.
I think that's
They got this giant size mall.
place.
Please, I'm going in the. See, that's I only gamble at night. That's the last thing I do. Like that puts me to sleep. I go downstairs, maybe about 8 or 9 or something like that, and I just go and play. Because like I don't have money like that to be gambling all day long. That's not gonna happen. And honey, trust me, I only have $100 to gamble with. Even though sometime I do go over an extra 100, and then when I got that 100 in there, my nerves get bad. I be like, damn, you shouldn't have did that, girl. You know you can't afford to gamble no $200 damn dollars. And I go there and ring a ding a ding. I get my money back, and that's when I quit. When I got my money back, I'm done.
I ain't doing that. I'm too cheap for that. The most I
had fun.
At a casino years ago was $5K. That's good.
That's good. Let me win $5K.
I ain't never win nothing. That's because I'm cheap. Too cheap to play.
Who said that? They won $5K.
Over 50.
Oh, okay. It's going to be okay. That's right. Scam money don't make no money.
Well, I guess I'm scared.
That's why I told her that earlier. I said, scam money don't make no money.
But how can you say that if I'm not a gambler? Period. I hate to play pig.
So you should be talking about things you don't know, because you be telling me, yeah, I ain't spending. Girl, hush. That's me.
I said I'm not a gambler.
That's
You're
your
a gambler.
Yes, I am.
So if you're a gambler.
I'm not a real gambler. I just like to do it now and then. I'm not a gambler that go out there and like spend my rent.
You could be a little gambler. You could be a big gambler. Gambler is a gambler, and that's just it.
Man, look. No, I gamble. I'm not a gambler. It's a difference. Tell her, honey.
Who said that?
No, I'm just saying. I'm just telling you that's what it is. I gamble. I'm not a gambler.
You want to. I don't care.
I don't, like, there's some people who go to casinos like every day or every other day. Some people, like, they don't care. They love it.
Shoot. I seen somebody putting they spent up all their money. They had a gas can. I'm like,
They had a gas can. What do you mean?
I don't know what they call it. They had no gas, so they had to go. They had a gas can, some gas in the car. They had to fill it up because they had no money to
buy gas.
Yeah. That's so
No, I ain't doing it. I ain't
I
doing
said, a
that.
person that do that, that's a gambler. That's because
You know what
they
I
have that
know?
gas on standby because they know they play their money down to the ground.
Injections, they losing
I ain't doing that.
13 pounds a month. What you call them things? Them.
Now I'm a shopaholic, and I had to break myself halfway out of that since I don't work.
Them pins. That's supposed to be for diabetics, right? Angie, them pins. Them
Anthony
pins. Them pins are people taking to lose pounds. And Andrew talking about they lose like 13 pounds a month. Honey, if I can't do it by walking and not eating, I'm not shooting my body up with none of that stuff.
Me either.
I'm sorry. No.
The best way to lose weight is naturally
To me,
put in the work.
To me, right. Zebic. I don't know how to pronounce that crap. Zebic, whatever. I just
put in the work.
My gym card, I can afford
double your money.
140.
Get up and leave. Exactly.
Ozempic, something. Exactly. Mm. Mm-hmm.
Germs. My man said.
Ain't germs. We talking about germs.
My nose was fine before I came over here.
So you can catch sinuses now? Can you catch?
You hacking?
Because the drip.
All right then. So when you hacking, what do you think that is? Coming out your stinking mouth?
Nothing.
Germs.
Nothing. Ain't no germs.
You a lie. They put on my daggone mask.
That pin, right? I think that's kind of crazy too, because like, how you taking something supposed to be for diabetic?
She's gonna get bad.
Hey Sam Gloves.
What a spray.
I like. I got a troll in here. Excuse me, y'all. I got a cough.
She German. I don't care what she say. Gotta give her a blast.
Bloop.
I'm leaving her monkey, but I'm going home. That's right. I don't be playing with her. And she paranoid when she get a cold too, or whatever. She don't like to get sick. And I don't like to pick up nobody else's stuff either. So I'm gonna be leaving her soon. So weird. Just coming from my daughter's house.
I was fine until I ate ice cream. I'm blaming it on the ice cream. It gotta be the ice cream. I think it's the ice cream I ate that got me. Hey, over 50. I think it's because I knew I was supposed to eat ice cream because they said ice cream and mucus don't, it brings more mucus. But I had a craving for the ice cream and I wanted it and I ate it, and that's all. I just gotta deal with it till it fades away. It'll go. I just want to drink some water. And it could be the cold water too. I love cold water. I don't like room temperature water. Ugh. So I gotta do what I gotta do. What did Sam Gloves say to me? Do you have any disposable gloves, plastic gloves? Oh, they're just... Sam, don't start.
No.
So, what we was talking about before my nasals start acting crazy?
I don't know. Some gambling. I went out dancing for a little while last night. Both my feet was going to the left. I'm like, what in the world?
That's why you need to practice before you leave.
Usually might be my partner.
Ginger tea with lemon. I'm drinking straight ginger. I've read green tea. It's green tea. So I got some green tea. Let me tell you something. I woke up this morning, I was fine. It just...
Will it be out sometimes be the weather throughout the day?
I don't know. And let me tell you something. This used to never happen to me. It seems like as I'm getting older, like crap is going on with me, and I'm trying to figure out now how can I avoid this. This is the
Man.
second time this happened to me.
Mm-mm.
If Sam get on your nerves, she'll know what to do. You can time him out. You understand? If
Mm-mm.
he get out of hand, do what you got to do, moderators. Do what you do. If he's cool, you know, whatever. So, what y'all gonna do this summer? What's on your agenda? Like, what's going on? I think this summer is going to be really hot and uncomfortable. But somebody go over there and check out Sam. See, is he telling the truth about his channels about gloves? Are you all right, Sam?
What is Sam saying?
Oh, Andrew, you watch his channel, so is he really be talking about gloves? Some Claritin? You know, one time I took some Claritin, boy, it made me paranoid.
No. She just shaking it all the way
You
around.
know, when I was younger, I used to have these little sinus things. I sure enough did. So maybe it's coming back as I got older. Really?
No.
I gotta check it out because I also take blood pressure medicine. So I gotta see does it.
That ain't got nothing to do with your sinuses.
No, no, she told me to take some Claritin and stuff like that.
I take Claritin.
Yeah, but you know like I'm kind of funny about mixing meds. Yeah, you know. Usually it's okay with your blood pressure med. Oh, okay. Maybe I'll go downstairs and get me a Claritin and pop one.
She don't even pump no Claritin. She ain't gonna do nothing but take it and then sit there and look crazy like, am I okay?
See. The thing is, like, I was fine. I was fine until just a few minutes ago. So I don't know, like, why it really that crazy. Non-drowsy one. Oh, okay.
Darn best I tell you.
So let me ask you something, Sam. What's with you with gloves? You said you like gloves. Matter of fact, let me ask you this question. What country or what state you live in? I just burn fat with eating avocados with my food. I love avocados,
I do
especially
too.
in a good salad. At the gym, avocado burning the fat. Let me tell you something. Let me ask you, this is a question that used to always bother me. And this is for Angie and Lions Pride. When you go to the gym, do you eat before or after you go when you go to the gym? I don't get that. That used to always bother me when I used to go. Because, you know, like when I used to go after work and I'm not hungry, eat before. Oh. But then, how about, so I guess after the gym thing, have a nice salad or something like that, right? With some avocado in it. Because after you burn, even though you feel good and whatnot, I gets a little hungry. I want something to eat.
No.
I eat lightly after because I take my gym drinks that I can eat before. Because me and Jenny, we talk about going back to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
I need to go back to the gym and exercise. Do something with around the chest area, my legs.
No. Dirty mess.
Because when I used to go to the gym, I used to feel great.
5 more minutes.
I used to feel wonderful. You also need 2 minutes after.
What is this? 6.
Keep it light. Yeah, I will keep it light. You know, I'll make sure I have a salad like ready, you know, ready to eat. Because like me personally, if I'm hungry and I don't care what's around me, I'm gonna eat it good or bad. So if I already got the salad ready, I'm good. If hungry, eat. I'm gonna eat. If I want to eat, you know, I'll make sure I have me like a salad or you know a piece of
I
like
don't
eat
think
some
what you eat.
chicken.
I think it's how much you eat.
How much you eat?
I think it's how much you eat. But you can. I think when it comes to losing weight, whatever case may be, besides exercise, it's okay to at least cheat
You
once a
don't want
week
to burn the fat that you heavy.
and just smaller portions.
Uh-uh. She said, right, Deborah. My price said, right. Eating small portions.
Because that's why people gain back their weight because they go in it so hard. They stop eating this, they stop
Right.
eating that. That ain't.
Yeah,
That makes you want to
I
eat.
eat. I eat in small portions now. I don't eat a lot, but sometimes it's called like like okay when I make food, I make enough for two portions. I can eat some that day and some the next. Just have a salad wrap. I like salad wraps. Trying to stay away from bread. Yeah, I got to get back into that because I got back into bread. I got back into bread. I got to leave that bread alone. I think when my doctor told me, I told my doctor all the stuff I stopped doing and whatnot. She said, stop. In other words, she said, like, she said, you okay? And then it's like when she said I'm okay, I just went crazy a little bit. Just, because I did slim down. 5 small portions. If you aren't hungry, don't just eat because it's time to eat. Yeah. Let me use that thing. I'm about to
What this? What this stand? Oh, the plug.
Yeah. Yeah. It seemed like I just see that I just gotta stop. You're not hungry for breakfast, then don't. I don't. When I eat breakfast, my breakfast. I eat between 11 and 12 o'clock. Always a late. I don't have breakfast. I have brunch. I have brunch and then I have dinner and then I probably have a snack. A lot of people have to have their breakfast. Yeah, my breakfast is always. You know, when I used to work, of course I had my breakfast at the regular time because I'd be out in the morning and all that stuff. But now, please, I have brunch. I don't have breakfast. I have breakfast, whatever you want to call it. It's between 11 and 12 o'clock. And then I have something for dinner, and I may have a snack. So, which I think that is great. It's like now, like I notice, like I see, like I'm eating too much. I stop myself. I'll be like, "Holy girl, you becoming a pig, okay?" Like I made a nice macaroni salad. It came out so good. I made a macaroni and had the noodles and all that stuff. I had green peppers, onions.
No more.
No, because I made one. I had 1 cup of noodles, and so that was like two portions, and that's what I had. I said that was it, because I could have dogged all of that day. I said no, greedy. Save the rest for the next day. See, but if she was here, I would have ate it all because you can't leave nothing around this animal here.
She called me an animal.
She is so greedy.
Ain't greedy. If I'm hungry, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna eat.
If something of yours there, she's gonna eat yours and hers. You know what? She'll believe in thinking about like maybe she might want some.
I did leave you some.
You didn't leave me crap. That girl ate everything but the kitchen daggone sink. Yeah, that's good. If you aren't hungry, don't eat. Pay attention to.
My thing is, I don't have to have breakfast food for breakfast. I can eat dinner for breakfast. That's the thing. I eat wherever my stomach calls for. So that being leftover being in the refrigerator, I'm going to eat it for breakfast.
She sure is. I know exactly what she's gonna do. Like sometimes I say, I'm gonna have that for breakfast. And then I think about it. She said, I said, girl, you might as well forget that because it's not gonna happen because the glutton is here and she's gonna eat. She's gonna eat it, and that's that. So I don't have my mouth all wrapped up, ready to go dive in to have this delicious breakfast, or brunch, whatever. Because I already know she already ate it. She don't care what she eat in the morning. Whatever that refrigerator, she gonna eat it.
That's right. I'm gonna find me something to eat.
She gonna eat it. I remember for breakfast, like if I cook like baked macaroni, cheese, collard greens, and all that stuff. I remember I used to get up and it was leftovers. I used to get up and eat that for breakfast. I can't do that no more.
I sure can.
The more you eat, the more your body works to create insulin. That's true. So things is important. That's true. That's I prefer like eat a certain time so I can move around. But if I'm hungry, honey, like last night, I just had a bacon and egg sandwich. And then I got so hungry. So I took the 2 end slices of the bread and I made me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Because they was very thin. That was good with a cup of hot tea.
All right, guys, our time is up.
I love a good
This your
peanut
girl,
butter and
Miss
jelly
Faith.
sandwich.
Thank you for coming in. I appreciate each and every one of you. Until the next time,
It's okay to spur something, though.
be safe.
Yeah, I hear you.
Do something good.
Because I do watch
Because what you do in secret,
what I put in my
the voice
stomach.
out opened it. On that note, talk to you later.
I have to. I have to. Because I am pre-diabetic. So, I watch what I eat. Because I don't want it to turn into nothing but what it is. I want that to go away. Shoot. Sometimes I have stuff here. Shoot. I went to Junior's and this good rainbow cake. I wound up putting that stuff in the garbage. I had it there like, forgot it. Well, I ate some of it. I wasn't interested in eating the rest of it. But I hate when food like that. Them good old cakes. I had to throw it in the garbage can. Oh well. You gonna go back outside?
You want to go back outside?
Yeah, it sure enough felt good for my sinuses for some
I
reason.
need some dead on air.
Garlic and onions are good for you, but they cause stomach issues for some as they get older. I always use garlic and onions. Garlic powder, onion powder, but always fresh onions. I use the white onions. I cannot deal with them yellow onions no more. They give me stomach problems. I see people complaining about their stomachs, but then they pour it on the food. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you gotta be a little conscious of what you do. Very careful. Food is something else. Like my sister, she was sitting there, she was watching what's that show, the 600-pound people? And food can be like addiction.
It sure can.
It can be addiction. Sure. Of course, indigestion, gas, and bloated. Mm-hmm. Imagine being that big and you so used to eating 2 boxes of donuts, then the doctor telling you gotta cut all that down. Child. That's a lot. I had an episode like that with my first pregnancy. I was gaining like 5 pounds a week.
That's why.
And then my doctor was like, you gotta stop that. And so like I start cutting back. And honey, anytime somebody piss me off, I go and eat a donut. See what I mean? I go have some stuff I don't need. It's crazy. But anyway, thank y'all for coming through here. I'll come back on probably later on and play me some spades. Do y'all play spades? Let me tell y'all. If y'all play spades, go on Facebook and join regular spade and Facebook Plus. And let's get a game. Let's get a game on. You understand? Y'all do that. Let me go outside and give me some fresh air because This nasal thing is really aggravating. I'll be glad when it's over. Not for everyone, but if a person has a problem with gas and bloating, they should cut out the garlic and onions for a weekend to see if they notice a difference. I hear you. I, you think? You think people eat onions every day? I don't eat onions every day. Not even garlic every day. Mm-mm. That's something to think about. And these days, my stomach, I can't even I can't digest everything no more like I used to. See, it's in everything. I can't even digest like I used to anyway. Cause honey, a lot of things I put in, honey, it comes right back out with a quickness. Quick. That's why when I go to restaurants, I gotta be very careful, like what I'm ordering. A no-no for me is gravy. If I'm going out, yes. If I'm going out for dinner, no gravy. Unless I sit there, because this coming, it's gonna go straight through me, and that can get embarrassing. You understand? Sunstone syndrome, girl. You give me. I'm gonna start looking up some of this here stuff and other issues. And this just started happening to me when as you get older, body changes. My girlfriend, she would tell me, the older that you are, like you in your 60s, whatever. She said every 2 years this switches. It changes. I don't know, but I know mine's had. So anyway, thank y'all for stopping by. I really appreciate it. I should be back on later playing some spades, child. Thanks to Lion Pride for the information because I need it. I'm going outside. All right, Angie. Whoever's in here, thank y'all very much for coming through. I am going outside. Look at my eyes.
Take a germ ball outside and get some air.
Irritable bowel syndrome. That's the other word was a tech. But I got you.
Y'all have a good one.
See you later.
Lion Pride.
Deuces.